Away from Texas. Yes, sir. Watch you every single day. Nobody lays it down like Uncle Neely and the pregame show.
Neely, pregame show behind the scenes of everything. And why does he get that kind of access? Why does he get that kind of access? Because trust is involved. You would never get the kind of access you desire unless there's trust and relationship. You're trying to put your up on game.
Stay the course. It ain't gonna always be easy.
Stay the course is not always gonna be easy.
I heard being intentional.
Being intentional. Okay? Being intentional. Being intentional. All right, write what you just said down. Stay the course. Write what you just said down. Being intentional, right? No one says the same thing. Ain't nobody here gonna say the same shit twice.
Go hard always.
Go hard always. Stay the course. Be intentional. Go hard always.
Understand that you're not gonna get the same. You're not compared. Understand that you're not the same as everyone else. You go out, put something in to get something out that you want.
Okay. Understand you're not the same as everyone else. You got to put your work in or put something in to get something out of it.
Keep going with adversity.
Write down what you said to
Keep faith.
keep faith. Write that down. Keep faith.
Day process. Can't worry about what other people doing on other people's process. They gotta focus on your process.
Day-to-day process. Write that down. Day-to-day process. Day-to-day process. Come on back. Huh?
This is self-discipline, commitment, and want to. As he won't.
Self-discipline. Let's go with that. Self-discipline. What you want?
Even if you count it out, remember that you counted on.
Even if you count it out, remember that you counted on. Write that shit down. I like that one. I like that one right there. That's got something to it right there. There's a book. There's a book that I read, and in it is by a psychiatrist, a therapist, and he said every time he had. And I've said this before, some of y'all heard this. He said every time he had a new patient come in for whatever reason, he would ask them if you are the believer or the belief. Okay? And I say this a bunch of times because you got to understand, if you are the believer, then you create your own destiny. You control your own timeline. You control what happens day to day because you are the I am. You got me? You are I am. Whatever you say you are that, and you can be that. Because you totally believe that's who you are. Now, some people are the belief. What the belief is there are a set of walls that were set up around you. Some to guard you, some to keep you in, some not to protect you at all. Just to make sure you don't get loose. Set by people that love you, like your mother and your father, and set by people who hate on you. Could be competition or someone outside the walls that you don't even know, right? But they set these rules and they set these walls and they say, this is who you are within this system, within this environment, within this stereotype. And you can believe them. You can say, because I came from a single family, this is as far as I'm gonna go. Because I'm a certain color, this is as far as I'm gonna go. Because somebody didn't love me here, because this happened to me at this point in my life. Because I had this trauma, this is as far as I'm gonna go. Because I got locked up at some point, this is all I can be, and this is as far as I can go, because that's what people have believed you to be. And you can only create what's inside the walls that have already been created for you. Now you have a choice between the two. You can either be a believer and create it yourself, or you can be the belief and follow what other people say you are, and you stay within those confines. Does that mean that you're gonna get everything you want because you're the believer right away? No. It does not. Does it mean it's going to happen in the same setting that you think you want it to happen in? No, it does not. But what it means is every day you wake up, every day you open your eyes, you're blessed to have the opportunity to create your own destiny. And you can do that with belief in yourself. You don't need a pat on the back. You don't need a hurrah. What you need is the belief in yourself, which means you work. Day in and day out, regardless of where your name is on a death chart, or what your financial records are, or what your past history has been, you have the ability to change. And that's what that man did. That's what anybody does that gets into. You gotta understand, what you play in football, and I got some people back there that can talk to you about it better than I can, but I can tell you this. This is one of the craziest careers you can ever accept as a player or a coach, because you only have probably playing 5 to 7 years, if that, to make a name for yourself and be able to retire your family before it's all over. And you might not get that long. And as a coach, you come in as a student assistant, then a graduate assistant, making shit, if anything, and getting the shit worked out of you day in and day out without seeing the end, to finally be a coach to what people, you may get paid monthly, and people say, man, you get paid a lot of monthly. But what I'm getting paid monthly is somebody's retirement in 1 year that they earn up through 401k and stuff like that. But I only get it for maybe 2 to 3, maybe 5 years max. And I gotta make sure I keep that money and spend it the right way, especially if I got kids and a family. I just can't go out here and fuck it off because I'm getting a big check. Because I only may have 3 years of this, and it could be over. It could be over. One phone call away and no one calls me for a job. One injury away, no one picks you up to go to the NFL or go to another team. It is one of the most riskiest opportunities that you take on this side of life as far as what you want to do for a living. And you have to put your guts, your heart, your blood, you have to believe. Because everybody around is trying to figure out a way why you shouldn't play, why you shouldn't start, why I should recruit somebody else, why somebody should be in that seat. Because I got to feed my family. I got to stay more than 3 years. So are you the best I done found? Or can I find better? Can I push you to be better? If this is really what you want, same question for you. You come in every day to work, to change your family's life. You all have a why, or why you do what you do. Are you doing what you need to do to make sure that I don't push you out, or you don't get an injury, or you make it 3 or 4 or 5 years in the league? You sign that extra contract so you can change some people's lives in your life and generational wealth for your family, because that's what it's about. But it ain't like any other job though. The shit is topsy-turvy. Every year it changes. We got a new DC, we got a new system we learn. What time are you putting into it? Are you coming late? Are you making excuses? Can you not find a ride? You don't have a ride. What are you doing to make sure you make it on time? I'm telling you one thing right now. When the clock hits and it's time for these games to start in the Big 12, it's going to be 11 motherfuckers out there. I can't tell you who it is going to be. And it's going to be some coaches out there. I can't tell you them same coaches that are here now are going to be here next year. But do you believe in yourself to weather the storm? Are you going to give it everything you got, regardless of the situation? You understand what I'm saying to you? You're going to have to do that every day, because you're going to have people in your ear that believe in you, people in your ear that don't believe in you. And then people that don't believe in you, and sometimes people that believe in you, it's all going to sound the same. Shit going to sound the same. And you ain't going to be able to tell the difference. Sometimes people think you can lean on, you ain't going to be able to lean on. It's got to come from the I am, the inner belief, who you are and who you want to be, and just work. And it'll all set itself out. You understand what I'm saying? But you gotta show up every fucking day. Because I'm telling you right now, it ain't but 32 teams. And I Taylor said it the best, 32 teams, I think maybe 100 and some positions, and it's 200 and some thousand guys going. And they sit in meetings today or this afternoon trying to get to the NFL. So figure out what you want to do and make sure damn well you're doing everything you can to get there. Coach or player.